Hi, folks. Welcome back to Live Impact News. I'm Vanessa Rufus. Right now, we wanted to take a moment to talk about a really fun event that's coming up this week. And this will be a great event in the sense that there are going to be adoptable dogs. It's going to be a lot of fun, fundraising event, raffles, and if you do decide to adopt or learn more about this rescue and help out, you'll be doing a good cause. So with that, we want to introduce Mary Beth Lewis and Kristen Nagito with Maggie Lu's Safe Haven Rescue. Thanks so much, ladies, for joining us. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having us.
So, yeah, y'all showed me the flyer for the Thursday event. This sounds like this is going to be a lot of fun and a really big event and a great way for folks to maybe learn about what you do and learn about some of your dogs, right?
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah, tell us about that.
It's a great event because, you know, the person actually that is running it from Mercedes of South Charlotte, he adopted a dog from us last year, Mia. And Mia was found on the road in very bad shape, and she almost didn't make it. She almost went blind, and she was really in bad shape. And Tom saw her on our site and said he had to have her. So, and we are so appreciative of him doing this for us. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have raffles and just food and drinks, and everybody's going to be real happy that day.
Now, y'all shared the flyer with us. We've got it queued up here on one of our graphics systems so folks can see. So this is Thursday, April 2nd. It's from 6 to 9. It's the Mercedes-Benz of South Charlotte that you mentioned. And the other cool thing, and we alluded to this, the fact that there will be some raffles. And it sounds like you've got some great prizes. I'm seeing here 4 Panthers tickets.
Yes.
Wow, that's great. Parking pass?
VIP parking as well.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So tell us, walk us through some of the big prizes that y'all have and what folks should know about maybe entering into this raffle.
Yeah, so if you can make it to the event, which we hope you do, it's $25 a ticket. And or $5 for $100, and you can put it in anything that you'd like. For the tickets, there's 4 box seat Panther tickets and 2 VIP passes for parking. There's also a 75-inch television, so that's I don't know if it's showing, but it's a really nice TV, and also detailing for a year. Through Mercedes. So those are our main, things that we're raffling.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And very generous, too, from folks who are giving these gifts as well.
Yeah. Well, that would be Mercedes.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're really pleased that they're partnering with us.
Very grateful for all of their partnership. And all of this, again, is to be done to make the donations for the well-being for all of the dogs within our rescue.
Yeah.
And we do have quite a few dogs that are going to be at the event as well that are looking for their forever homes. And our goal is to find the donations that we need to better their care and make sure that they find their homes that they need.
Yeah, I mean, we've done a lot of, work with rescues and shelters around the area in the sense of, publicizing what they're up to and, what the environment is like. And I know it's pretty tough right now. I mean,
It
at
is.
least from what I hear on the shelter side, they're constantly full. I know rescues are full too.
Very
And
much so.
things are costing more and more as well.
Yeah, vetting is really out of control right now, but we have some great partners we work with, so we're very fortunate for that too. But again, I know their costs have gone up as well, so, we understand that, but we do need donations to help us keep doing the work we're doing.
Yeah.
There's many dogs that need a home, and we have a couple dogs right now that we've had one for a year, who's Lunabelle.
Yeah.
And then she is a wonderful dog, but she needs to be an only dog and a patient foster or adopter.
Yeah. We've
But
got
she
her
will
photo,
love
by the
you
way,
forever.
too, queued up. Yeah.
She's gorgeous.
Bear with us, we're getting it up there. Yep,
Yeah.
there she
There
goes.
she is.
Isn't she like?
I love
she's
the
so
ears.
Beautiful. And I have to say, like a personal story with myself with Lunabelle. I was going down to pick up Lunabelle to meet a potential adopter. At the very last minute, before they even had the opportunity to meet Lunabelle in person, they canceled on us.
Oh.
So I had Lunabelle in the car with me and driving down the road thinking, okay, well, what can I do to still make this worthwhile in regards to this trip? So I drove past Freedom Park and I actually took Lunabelle into Freedom Park. Just me and her, walked her around the entire park in regards to the back trails and the different parts with tennis courts and pickleball and everything alike. And she had the best time.
I bet.
Just looking at all of the people and doing so well on a leash and not reactive to dogs, people, or kids or anything. She just was so happy to be out and about. And it really just, my heart went out for her because she is such a good dog and is so deserving of a forever home. And the best part was she got back into my car and fell right asleep after 2 hours of walking around.
That's perfect.
And she also had the best snores and the biggest smile on her face. And it just made my heart so happy to see her reach out and to see her true personality as a dog. And she's one of the happiest dogs I think I've ever met.
Oh.
She's so sweet.
So we
She's such a
need that
sweetie.
special person for her. And I know they're out there.
Yeah.
But just reach out to us if you're interested, please. And then, of course, with the next one we have is S'mores.
S'mores, got
And
that.
S'mores is such a sweet boy. He was found abandoned, astray. And look at that face.
I love the beanie.
And that
look-
beanie hat is absolutely adorable. Yeah.
And he is just a big love bug once he gets to know you. He is very shy with men, so we're thinking that he obviously was somewhat abused or neglected by a male. So it does take time, but he does start warming up after a while. So just give him a chance. But as you can see, he loves all the dogs. He loves
Yeah.
dogs and even cats, we found out.
Yes,
So.
that was a recent occurrence. He made friends with a cat that he's currently living with right now.
Oh,
It's the
perfect.
cutest thing. So dogs, cats, everything alike.
Oh, he's so super cute.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
goodness.
he needs an adopter or actually a foster by the 15th of April.
Okay.
So his foster can no longer keep him, so we are hoping someone is out there, but it needs to be someone patient to work with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got also Stephanie.
Yes.
I see on our list here. There she is.
Stephanie is the best.
Oh, she
Yeah.
is such a sweet girl. She also came from Anson County.
Okay.
So you want to talk about that? She adopted her puppy.
I did.
Oh, okay. So she's mommy.
Yeah,
Stephanie's
so
mommy.
when Stephanie came into the rescue, and I handle the social media with Maggie Lu, Safe Haven
Yeah.
Rescue. So I'm always looking at the different shelters that we partner with to bring certain dogs into our rescue.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I saw Stephanie, and Stephanie was abandoned by owner surrender, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And she had 2 pups with her. And I saw one of the pups that was there, and I just had a feeling that this was kind of meant to be in regards to her pup. And
Mm-hmm.
long story short, for me, I ended up adopting one of her dogs.
Aw, that's cute.
And what's great is that her personality with Stephanie as a whole is that she is so happy and so happy-go-lucky, so well behaved. And she gets along with dogs, kids, people, everybody alike. We see videos of her at her foster home all the time playing and jumping around in the backyard. And what I see in her personality is I see in her little pup as well.
Oh, that's
for my
cute.
personal dog. And she's absolutely adorable, but we have nothing but positive, if you will,
Yeah.
things to say about Stephanie. And she would really adapt well in any type of home.
Yeah.
And she's available now. I'm looking for her forever home.
Yeah.
And the one thing I want to mention, our rescue, when we do take pups, the other pup was adopted, by the way, before we could get
Yeah.
the one for her.
Yeah.
But we never leave mom behind.
That's
Never.
great.
Never.
Yeah.
So that's why Stephanie's with us. So
That's
we're
great. And I
looking
know
for a great
that
home.
could be pretty daunting too, to take the whole, if you try to take the whole litter and mom, I mean, you have to find homes or fosters for
Right.
all of them, but that's great that you try to keep,
And-
the family rescued, not together. I know you can't put them
Right.
all in one
Not all
home,
of
but,
them, yeah.
but yeah.
We try, and we try to work with rural shelters on
Yeah.
a whole. I know that Charmac has a lot of, people working with them, and I've worked with them before, but I try to help really the rural shelters who need the help the most.
We've had Anson County on here a couple times before, the
Okay.
Friends of group over there, so yeah.
Yeah,
I know that they're kind of like a small but mighty group.
they
Yeah.
are.
Over there.
They do
So that's
such
good, you're
an
working with the
amazing
rural
work.
Yeah,
shelters,
so-
yeah. We've also got, let's see, we got Blaze, I believe, is up, oops,
Yes.
let me pull up.
So,
Do you want to get Blaze pulled up?
let's see.
Perfect. All right, there he
Hi,
is.
Blaze.
So precious.
So Blaze is about a year old.
Okay.
He came from a very rural shelter back in September from Tarboro.
Okay.
And that's also off the beaten path. And yeah, he was going to be euthanized that morning. And I reached out to the lady there, and I said, no, we're taking him. So we set up transport, and we brought him in, and he's doing great. He's a real love bug. He's also loves dogs. He's in doggy daycare once a week now, and he has some girlfriends. And he's just a delightful dog. So we're looking for that special family, maybe with kids can run him ragged in the yard. But he's a really good boy. So definitely he'd make a great family companion.
Yeah. And then our other pup that we have prepared here with some photos is Wyatt.
Wyatt. Okay. So Wyatt came from a very rural area. The folks, I work with a vet, and the vet tech's family, someone had a pet who got pregnant, and the mom dog didn't want the dog, and she killed the brother.
Oh, wow.
So, I'm sorry, the mom killed the female, so the brother needed a rescue, so we took him in. He's been with us about a year now, and but he will be at the event, so we're hoping that someone will love him. And again, he loves chickens, dogs, cats, kids, everyone, so he's a well-rounded doggy.
Yeah.
And he just, if you look at the pictures, the pictures don't show it, but he has the most beautiful, piercing blue eyes.
Blue eyes.
I can see it in maybe the one where he's standing next to the golden.
Yes.
You can really see it because he's
Yeah.
in the light there in the sunshine. Yeah.
He is so beautiful
And
and
always
so
smiling.
deserving. Always smiling. And like he has the best personality. The minute that he comes into a room, it just naturally makes you happier.
Yeah.
Because he always has the biggest smile and those beautiful blue eyes, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great to learn about your pups. I mean, I feel like I would like to ask y'all, because I always like to kind of dive into this too every time I have rescues, is, why you do what you do, because I know this can be a really tough
Yeah.
arena to work in. You see some tough things, you deal with some tough cases, some pups, to your point, might be really, really hard to find the right home, but the right home is out there somewhere, and
Right.
deep down they're like really great dogs that just need a chance.
Right.
Why do y'all do what you do?
Well, actually, my mom was a rescuer when I was a kid, which it was kind of unheard of back then.
Yeah.
She used to take me to shelters in New Jersey and pick the sickest dog there and bring it home, make it well, and then find a home for it. So I'm living her legacy.
Oh, I love that.
When I moved here 27 years ago, I started working with different rescues up north, and we did like transports. I started in like the transport end of it, and then I became a rescue coordinator for them. And then I said, you know what, I hate putting them on transport, it makes me sad, so I'm going to start my own rescue. And we've been doing this for 10 years, Maggie Lu's. Yeah. So
Who is Maggie Lu?
Maggie Lu's was a dog that I rescued when I came here.
Okay.
She was at a shelter in Albemarle, and they're no longer there, but she was laying on a slab of concrete, and she was very ill. I had just lost my Great Dane, and so I was very lonely, and so Maggie came home with me, and she was very sick. The vet didn't think she'd make it, but she made it to 15 and a half years.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. So that's Maggie Lu.
I'm so grateful to hear about the work that y'all are doing.
Thank you.
If you could share anything with the public as far as, why you think that they should come out to the event, what you hope they learn. I think folks don't really know until they take a peek behind the curtain exactly
Right.
what this world is like.
Yeah.
What do you hope folks learn?
Well, I've learned a lot in rescue myself. I don't think the public really sees what's going on out there. I think there's a lot of uneducated folks that don't really know what's going on, like with some of these dogs. Of course, the bully breeds are always looked down upon, but they're great dogs. I have one myself, and they are just so sweet. But again, they, if you don't train them properly, they can be aggressive or, not great, but any dog.
Any
can.
dog could be like that.
You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
always say chihuahuas can come after you,
I feel like Chihuahuas, I don't want to, do a false
No,
quote or
no,
anything,
there's
but I
good
feel like
ones
they
too,
have,
yes.
but they have like a higher bite rate, if you will,
Yes.
than you might expect
Right.
for a little dog. But I think because it's a little dog situation, sometimes it doesn't always get reported, or, you
Right.
know, it doesn't
Yeah.
get looked at as being serious, but I know Chihuahuas can be pretty feisty.
Yeah, but I hope that maybe, you know, vets can like collaborate with each other and maybe go to folks in these outlined areas and educate them better. You know, maybe set up a spay neuter and, you know, shots every quarter or something to help people out, because vetting is very expensive.
Yeah.
So we're trying to educate them too. I talk to all our vets all the time and say, you guys need to collaborate and help each other out and get some of these folks on board, instead of they can't pay for them and they dump them in the shelter. And then most of the time, if they are a bully breed, they will not make it out.
Yeah.
And we're very sad about that.
And I have to say, working with Maggie Lu's and adopting twice myself through Maggie Lu's Safe Haven Rescue, Krista really sets up the people that are adopting the dogs up for success. When it comes to partnerships with vets, Maggie Lu's make sure we have vet references for everything. We even work with different trainers as well, that we can get in contact with you. And every step of the way, we're here to provide you with the best experience, to have that right introduction with the dog, because yes, we're trying to find the dog a forever home, but we're making sure that the owner also is set up for success to have this specific dog. So it comes both ways.
Yeah.
So we're here to make sure that we give you all the contacts, all the best information, 24/7. We're always looking for fosters as well to make sure that we're introducing the dogs to the best way that they possibly can to any future adopters, and we're here to help in any way. And those contacts that she's able to provide are extremely helpful, and we can even discuss that with you at the event as well.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's important to the setting up for success, because, I mean, I think folks think that maybe dogs are largely just like plug and play, when, I mean, even the best dog can have behavioral stuff crop up if they're not set up for success. And a lot of it is not just educating the dog, like training, but training the owner too, because there are some things you might be doing as an owner that you're like, I didn't realize I'm actually like making this a problem, or it's, you know, exacerbating an issue. So.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work, and, you know, trainers will always say, I train the people, not the dogs. You have to train your dogs. So it's very important. We have some really good resources we work with, and we share that with our adopters. And we thoroughly, you know, screen our adopters. We just don't have an event and hand them out. So if someone comes to the event, be prepared to fill out the application, but we will be doing a home check and vet check and all of that good stuff.
Yeah. And with the event as a whole, we're going to have Mercedes-Benz as the location we're going to be holding the event. Krista and myself are going to be there with a few of our adoptable dogs. To name a few, we have Wyatt, Stephanie, and Blaze. They're going to be at the event, which we're so excited for. There's going to be food and beverage. There's also going to be raffles that we've discussed previously. It's going to be so much fun, just to give back to the community for a great organization, but also to show off what our rescue does and the type of dogs that we offer and we can provide homes for.
We'll remind folks once again the details of the event, as we've got it queued up here on our graphic. But yeah, it's Maggie Lu's Safe Haven Rescue Fundraiser and Adoption Event. It's Thursday, April 2nd, 6 to 9 p.m. over at Mercedes-Benz of South Charlotte. Anything you'd like to leave us with before we wrap things up here?
Just want to say thank you to Vanessa and her crew for allowing us to come.
Thank you.
And to the folks at Mercedes, and to our vets and everyone else that has helped us along the way. We couldn't do it without you. And of course, Mary Beth, who's my right-hand person. So thank you again, and we hope to see you on Thursday.
Yes, thank you so much. I would just quickly add, if you're unable to make it to the event, we are still able to have donations come over to Maggie Lu's Safe Haven Rescue. You're welcome to visit our website, and our social media is also listed as well. And if you have any questions or concerns, we also have our email place, and you're welcome to reach out. And we'll be able to answer any questions you might have in regards to our dogs or our rescue as a whole.
Yeah, we've got a QR code that you've so graciously made for us, but essentially your website is Maggie Lu's, right? MAGGIELUS.org.
Yes, and then we have our Instagram, Facebook, and our rescue email listed as well.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
you.
We're
Thank
so
you
glad to
for
have had you. Come back and let us know how we can help in the
Yep.
future.
Will do.
Thank
Thank
you.
you again.
All right, folks, we're going to take a break here. We'll be back in 2 minutes with more Live Impact News.